Hey there, it's Claude Larson, and I'm in my studio, and I just wanted to share with you some thoughts. First, I want to talk about art supplies. So often we think that the reason we aren't creative or the reason that we're stuck is that we don't have the right art supplies. And So, recent story, anybody who's subscribed to my newsletter knows this. I'm in training for a backcountry backpacking trip. Now, I've done a little backpacking in my life, but I've never done anything like this. So, I, gung ho, and they say, well, we can rent you a pack so you don't have to buy one because packs are expensive. And I thought, okay, that's just what I'll do. I'll train without one. And then when I get there, but the reality is I got to be able to carry 35 pounds on my back for 45 miles. It's not something that you do by carrying around your little, airport backpack with a couple of 5 or 10 pound weights in there. That's not going to do it. And everything hurt. My back hurt, my hips hurt, my shoulders hurt. I was like, I lost belief that I could do this. Like, what was I thinking? And then I went and got a pack, bought it used, just the right size. Great. It made all the difference. I went from telling myself, what was I thinking? I can't do this. One tool, right? We'll call it one tool, one piece of equipment changed all of that. Now I have every reason to believe I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to be just fine. I'm training. I'm good. I'm up to about 25 pounds. I'll get there bit by bit because of one piece of equipment. And in our art life, in our creative life, sometimes it's like, if I just had, the most expensive paint, I could be an artist. If I just had that really expensive set of brushes or the high-end colored pencils, whatever, whatever that thing is. And I will say this, sometimes if you're struggling and you're buying the, really cheap like craft paint and you're wondering why you just can't get it to do what you want, sometimes, yeah, you need that thing. You need the one thing. What you don't need is, okay, I need the good paint. I don't need 17 bottles of the good paint, right? Maybe you buy 3. Um, and we keep telling ourselves, I'm not good enough. And if I only had, right? If I only had better supplies, I'd be a better artist. And I don't think that's the case. I think the case is sometimes one thing will turn it around for you. Maybe the result that you want will require that one special brush, or maybe not. Maybe you can figure out something else. And I don't know how many times I've been in my studio and I've said like, oh, I wish I had, this special kind of adhesive. Turns out acrylic gel medium is just fine. I wish I had a special kind of paper. And then I look at what I do have and I go like, okay, this isn't exactly what I wanted, but I really think this will be fine. And it turns out 99 times out of 100 that it's just fine. I have everything I need. So before you go to the store, spend a ton of money. Okay, you want to try colored pencils? Go to the open stock and buy like 5, right? 5 colors that you think you want to play with. You don't need 144 in the pretty case to see if you like it. It's not about having more supplies. We get dialed in on creativity when we see like, okay, I have these 3 things. What can they do? What can I do with them? What if I add water to this? What if I use an alcohol wipe that I already have, right? What if I use a cotton ball to smudge it? Whatever. We think we need more than we actually need. So before you head out, before you spend a ton of money, ask yourself, what do I need? Dial that down. What absolutely must I have in order to do this, right? And start there instead of breaking the bank on supplies, because then what happens if you don't end up liking colored pencils? Now you have 144 of them, and then you feel bad that you spent all that money and it didn't work out for you. I mean, that's belief crushing, right? If you want to belief build, start small and then master the small amount of supplies, or play with the small amount of supplies, push them as far as you can get them to go. And guess what? If they don't work out, you don't feel bad that you've invested all this money in something that doesn't have a return for you. Okay, so it's just something to think about. What do you believe you need? Do you have something else that would serve the same purpose or do just as well for what you want to achieve? If you need to purchase something, don't go all in. Buy the smaller bottle, or this, set of 8 colored pencils, or, the smaller tube of paint, or you don't need to get the whole set of 12 brushes. Buy the one that you think you want to play with the most, right? Save your money for once you know, I'm all in on this. I love this. I tried it on a small scale, and all I can think about is what I can do if I expand this. You will know that you are investing in something that will not make you feel guilty because you spent the money and now they're sitting in a drawer. Okay, that's it. Go see what you have, go see what you can play with, and go see what you can make work when you think you don't have the thing that you need. All right, have an awesome day. Go make something. Bye.